Okay, well, hopefully y'all can hear me. Hello, weary travelers, and welcome to the Come and Go Tavern. My name is Sheela Ornthalis, and I'll be your hostess this afternoon. Today's kitchen special is bangers and mash, and it looks like Erica is currently available for a full-service package, if you know what I mean. But if you see anything or anyone else on the menu that you're interested in, just let me know, and we'll see what we can do. Today will be my 37th Final Fantasy XIV stream, and last time we finished the first well, actually not the first path, the second path in Endwalker's MSQ. And it is finally time for our first dungeon foray in this expansion. I am so excited about it because we finally get to take down one of the towers. As always, I'll be available for comments, questions, and concerns, so don't be afraid to fill that chat with discussion and a regular old conversation. Well, I mean, I can see my sound showing up in the audio mix, so I kind of have to assume that it's coming through on your side. Yeah, I guess that's where we're at right now. Okay, well, let's go ahead and head on over to our game screen then. It is so strange not being able to hear things through the monitor, though. Okay, well, here we are then. Let's head on over to the Tower of Zot. Let's see, do I want to take both of the twins with me? Yeah, sure, why not? And let's see how badly I botched the mechanics on this. Ooh, good model, or, well, not model, but Reggie reuse there. Alrighty. I was wondering why one of my abilities wasn't popping off before I realized that we are, in fact, at level 82, not level 87, which is what my actual level is at this point. Excuse me? Trial? What the fuck is that? Zot Armored Fiend. Aren't you a fancy lad? Okay, you four stay here and... oh, or not. Okay, that was some Ghostbuster shit. I love it. Alright, onwards and upwards. So how's everybody doing today? I apologize for starting my stream so late. Normally I would have started at around noon, but unfortunately had some stuff to take care of this morning that absolutely could not wait. And here we are now, you know? Wait, then is that Alistair doing that? What ability is that? Ooh, let's go ahead and drop a sprint. I don't want to lose access to those things. Moine? Is that what she's doing? That's fine, I can tank that. Thank you, Alphino. Whoa. Cool little interactive bits. Okay, well, sure, why not? Let's start things off then. And pop, and we'll go pop, pop. Excuse you, pop. Pop. And we're not jumping away because we're actually going to do 1, 2, 3. Jump away now. Pop. There we go. What is going on here? Is this a thing? Oh, goodness gracious. Ah! Okay, Alpino got a serious upgrade. Oh, hello? Hello? Okay. That was terrifying for a second there. Wait. Am I not supposed to step in that? What? Nonsense. That seems like the kind of indicator that says I should stand in that. Also, that was a weird freeze. Like, thankfully, nothing happened with the stream or anything, so it was purely the game. But that is still weird. Do we see a repeated texture, perhaps? If you've ever wondered why stairs suck for short people, this is why. This is how it always feels. All the terrible things that I've been through in my life, all the evil people that I've faced off against, stairs are probably still my #1 enemy. Ow, excuse me? Ow, excuse me again? Very rude of this boss. I don't know how this works anymore. And I just had to blow through that entire thing to get there. Oh well. I didn't need that combo anyway, I guess. Okay, let's try that again. There we go. Oop. Ow. Oh, did we do it? Okay, alright, good, we did do it. We did do it. Oh wait, hang on. You get so used to not being the person who is opening treasure chests because you don't need anything from them that, whoops, you forget, you know? water. I mean, they did kind of stop us initially. Like, if we're being fair, they did technically stop us. Any treasure chests? Nope. Ugh. Yeah, we're gonna go for the full combo again. Ah, that's where the next hole has opened up. Back into our regular rotation, now that there's less than 3. Ugh. They have been really and truly tempered, haven't they? Alright, let's go in. Oh shoot! I didn't get the full combo off because I acted a little too quickly there. Is it just me or did that big guy look kind of like a Lictor from 40K? Why is everything sphincters? Oh, we have our second of the 3 goddesses. Let's start her off right. Circle strafing. And there we are. We get to do our full combo pretty much right off the rip. Ow! I would love to move. Oh, come on. Oh, there it is. Dang. Alright, where are we going here? You? I'll get that next triple stab in. Excuse the fuck out of me. Get back here. Oh, there it is. And there she goes. Oh, maybe. Bye! Alright, well. Oh, I'm going the wrong direction. So easy to get turned around in these circular stages. Up the next sinewy staircase. Something spine and nerves. Ugh. Let's not get run over, unlike the twins. Frick. Well, I gotta do something stupid. Woo! Thank you, Alpha, now. I mean, I was gonna lose the combo otherwise, you know? Ooh, I just realized something. Hang on a second, I need to actually turn off something in the scenes. Okay. Yeah, because I'm not getting any monitor feedback. I wouldn't be able to hear people talking to me. So I can't use my normal timers. So I have to actually keep an eye on when an ad break is coming up. I know, boo-hoo. I need to actually pay attention or something. It's so terrible. I do not like how sinewy everything is in here. Like, everything is either bursting out of its skin or has had its skin removed or something along those lines, and that's unpleasant. Oh, hello? Well, there goes that combo. No matter the cost, we must protect the tower. I feel like that should have been voiced in some way, shape, or form. Make us sisters, he say, so... Are we not just going to be facing her? Okay, I have about 9 minutes until I have to take a break. But, ooh, you know what? That being said, let's go ahead and do our break here because I could do this in one go. But who knows if I'm going to actually be able to. So, we're going to stand up, stretch, take a break. I am going to have to run a commercial. You don't have to watch it. Go get yourself some food, go get yourself some water, all that good stuff, and we'll be back in about 5 minutes, okay? Okay. Alrighty, we'll be back soon. Goodness gracious, I hope that's making a sound. still have not been able to figure out how to fix my audio monitor, so again, just hoping that things are coming through. Helps if I use the correct spell, though. Ooh, don't like that. Oh, I got killed. Of course I did. Of course I did. Should have responded to the NPCs moving faster. Oh well. Well, I knew I was going to mess up the mechanics at some point. That was it. That was the point. Just figured I'd check, you know? I am very much looking forward to the upcoming changes for Sprint. Like, just the jog after effect seems like it's going to be super duper helpful for times exactly like this. Where, like, I have to run an embarrassingly long distance because I have messed up. Alright, you bitch. Let's do this again. Yep, we sure do. We are a persistent bunch. Oh, come the fuck on. Okay. Alright. Let's see if we can get any full combos off. Alright, well there's one. Ah! This sucks, this sucks, this sucks. Ow! Alrighty, that's one down, two to go. No, no, no. Okay. Yep. Yep, yep. Okay. Yep, I sure do.
You cannot stop us.
There we go. Okay. Woo! That was a rough one. Whew. Another set of false gods destroyed, though, right? Alrighty, so can we take down the tower now?
Is everyone all right?
Well, mostly.
We fortified the captives with what magics we could. Have the defenses been disabled? All appears quiet for the moment.
For the moment.
The lower floors were disturbing enough, but this place feels wrong. The ether is heavy and thick, like wading through a quagmire.
A quagmire? You said a quagmire? Aw, is this the first time you've read that word, sweetie?
Beating heart. What sayest thou, Ishtan?
I see it. Ether siphoned from the land runs up through the spire, flowing to a single point.
Surprised it's not blindingly bright
This
for
is the
her.
core we seek. Yet something is off. As large as this structure is, it siphons far more ether than is required to sustain it.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. They're sending it somewhere else,
It's
right?
as if the core is feeding on the energy, consuming it. I need to take a closer look.
Oh. I don't like that implication.
Curious. There is something there embedded inside the core. A man's limb.
This is what we came to destroy?
Yes, if you would be so kind.
I don't like that. Nice. Well done.
And that should be the end of it.
You would think.
What now?
That's how these things always work.
My theory that the tower might come crashing down following the core's destruction doth appear to be correct.
Okay, Urianje, your beautiful poetic speech is amazing, but like shorten it, compress it down. Please. Whoop.
What of the prisoners below?
The floor beneath our very feet dissolves. Brace yourselves.
Alright, well. Do your crystal tower thing. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Ah. And just like it appeared, it is gone.
What happened? Where are we?
You are where the tower used to stand.
By my reckoning, we're still on the island where the tower stood. But 'tis as if it never existed.
Mm-hmm.
Hardly a scratch. But how?
Raha wove a levitation spell at the last moment. Large enough to catch everyone, it would seem.
Yep. He'll be fine, but he is fucking
That explains
exhausted.
the lack of obvious injuries.
The expenditure of so much ether has taken its toll. He will need plenty of rest, but should otherwise be none the worse for wear.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Then the immediate problem is what to do with our
Ah.
new friends here. They'll be much changed for their time in the tower. Even if their bodies are intact, I doubt we could say the same for their minds.
Yeah. Well, let me see.
Angelo and I will take care
Yep,
of that.
there you go.
I have every faith in you, Alize, but there are just too many for you to treat alone.
We'll send at once to Eorzea for more porksies, and call on the local mages to lend a hand.
Hail, Scions!
Getting comfy.
We were watching the tower when it simply disappeared. What happened here?
The threat is banished, and thy people delivered. They are, however, in need of treatment, and we of a secure locale and helping hands to assist us in its provision.
You shall have all this and more. Come, let us convey these unfortunate souls to the city.
So here's a question for you. Is the dragon able to turn on and off the accent? Or is it naturally coming from the false body that he's got in Barshan? Or is it kind of weird if you actually know how this is going on and he's basically like faking the accent? Like basically, has he gained it as a longtime local and he just can turn it back off? And like, or that's not how he sounds in his head when he's thinking at you? Like, I have questions. I have lots of questions there, obviously. The liberated prisoners are being transported to Radzat for treatment. Alice and Yishtola will oversee the administration of the tempering treatment, with support from those who know a healing spell or two. We'll go and join them in the city once we've had a moment to catch our breath. Oh, once I've had a moment to catch my breath. Oh, I see. Yep, Tower of Zot is now a thing we can do. Had enough rest, have you? You were one for being idle. You never were one for being idle. Right. Arshan has come to Megaduta. Has bade us come to Megaduta at our earliest convenience. The others will join us there once they have finished tending to the prisoners. Ah, wait. On second thought, you and Estinian should go on ahead. I need to make a quick detour by the Great Work. We left Garaha in the alchemist's care, you see. Best to fetch him before he's crammed into a specimen jar. Just you and me, then. The guardsman at the gate should wave us through. Alrighty. Let's see, where are we going? Up this way. Ugh, this is making me want to play Gubat Banwa. It's a really, really cool Southeast Asian made sort of wuxia style TTRPG. It's been through some tough times because of its main original creator pulling some shenanigans, but thankfully the crew that was helping to make the version 1.0 published edition was able to pick up and carry on without them. So very happy for that. That also means that we have had some delays in getting books in hand. Oh, but yeah, if you've played like Lancer or Icon or D&D 4th E, that's the sort of vibe mechanically that it has. But it uses, like I said, it's written by a bunch of Southeast Asian folks, and so like the lore of it is very similar to the basis for this area's lore. It's very, very, focused on Indonesia, the Philippines, all of those sorts of locations. And it just has immaculate vibes. Ah, Honored Scions. You're free to enter at your leisure. As I cannot leave my post, I'm afraid you must make your own way. Should you require directions in the city, the sentries stationed at the fountain atop the steps would be glad to assist you. There's also another thing going to hit Kickstarter soon that's wuxia themed, but this one more traditionally Chinese. I don't remember what that one's called. I'll see if I can find that. Well, actually, hang on. I've got a browser open right now. Why not just go look at the thing? Wandering Blades. Oh, hey, funny enough, that is very close to the Wandering Sword, which is the game I'm going to be playing tomorrow. So definitely check that out as well. I've been to Radzat before. This place is a veritable maze. Rather than risk getting lost, we'd better ask for directions from the sentry at the fountain. Lead the way, and don't expect me to act as your tour guide like certain others. Listen, yep. Yep. let's just go ahead and attune to things along the way. Ah, Mistress Lynn, I presume. I understand you're here for an audience with the Satrap. If you require directions to the Megaduta, I should be glad to provide them. The Satrap's residence is situated in Dharma. The highest part of Radzat-Han. To get there, I should ordinarily recommend a route that takes you by the bazaars and the city's north. Due to the state of alert, however, most businesses are currently closed, and the Aetheryte disabled. As such, I will provide you with an alternative path. First, please ascend the steps next to this fountain, and then continue left. There will be more steps, and upon ascending them, you will emerge on the box house path. Proceed through the large door on the right, and you will arrive at Ruveva Fibers. Within, you'll find another sentry who will give you further guidance. In other words, we head up. Sounds straightforward enough. Nope, can't turn that direction. I know for a fact that I botched a couple of pronunciations there. Oh, hang on, there's a thing downstairs. I gotta go check that out. Ow, my knees. Ah, yes, I know about this portal. It leads to a nearby isle, the treasure vault of one of Radzat-Han's wealthiest families. They took the God of Luck as their guardian, on account of which they occasionally open up a section of their vaults for aspiring treasure hunters to try their own luck, or so they say. There are also coffers hidden across the land that act as portals. Find one and you gain access to the vault. Ooh, neat. Something to bear in mind in case you exhaust your funds while on the road. It is a troublesome experience, and as I can personally attest. Wait, there are more? Okay. Hang on a second. I recognize that melody. Heading to Megaduta, are you? In that case, please follow this hallway to my right and go through the door at the top of the stairs. You'll emerge at the entrance of the airship landing, where another sentry should be on hand to assist you. Incidentally, if you ascend steps to either side of me, you'll find the workshops of Ruveva Fibers. Though you're free to observe the artisans, try not to lose your way. Ah, the Thavnarian weave. Hard to imagine more vibrant stuff. I dare say a Merrick would be partial to the gold thread. And the blue, of course. He loves his blue. I've never put much thought into what I wear. A spare set of clothing is usually all I carry. And if that isn't enough, I can always obtain something locally. I mean, fair enough. I just have multiple copies of my one same outfit in a couple of different colors, but I really like my blue. I mean, to be fair, I have clothing for special occasions and all. I just have this for my day-to-day wear, though. If you're here for an airship, I'm afraid all flights have been suspended until further notice. So the state of alert is still in effect. Perhaps it's for the best. That aside, we're not here for an airship. We have business at Megaduta. Oh, in that case, permit me to direct you. From here, it's quite simple, really. Ascend these steps and then continue straight ahead and across the bridge. You cannot miss it. Very well, then. I remember passing by here with Barshan. The situation being as it was, he regretted not being able to show us the sights. Life has yet to return to normal here, but when it does, you ought to pay another visit. The city is confusing, the food is quite good. I'm partial to Hamsa myself. Meat's surprisingly tender and flavorful. Squawk, squawk. Hehe. Ooh, I haven't been very diligent about getting these ether rights. I guess I only missed one, really, but still. What? Greetings and welcome to Megaduta. May I inquire about your business? We are members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Come at the invitation of His Excellency. Ah, of course, we've been expecting you. I will show you into the audience chamber. If you would please follow me.
Are we the last to arrive? I hope we've not kept you waiting.
It's fine.
Not at all. Your comrade is feeling better, I trust.
Much better, thank you. Harness remedies are certainly potent in more ways than one.
Oh. Oh.
One becomes accustomed to the taste, although I hope you never have cause to do so. Pray, take your ease.
Full glad I am to see you all unharmed.
Valiant scions, for your heroism, you have my boundless gratitude. You cast down that dire tower and set free its hapless captives. You cleanse their souls of its corrupting influence.
Doing our best.
No words of thanks will suffice. In place of platitudes, I offer a bounty of warding scales.
Much appreciated, sir.
Pray accept your due reward, along with the goodwill of Radzatan.
Alchemists throughout the land were put to work in the forging of your talismans. The finished ones have been collected, and now await you at the High Crucible of Alchemia. Present this letter when you are ready to take them into your possession.
Well, that was a
We are
thick letter.
humbled by your generosity. Know that the inventive wisdom of Radzat Khan will be vital in restoring serenity to our star.
Every single one of those scales came from you, didn't they?
You must still be in such pain.
Buddy.
'Tis of no moment. A mere annoyance compared to the dreadful suffering inflicted upon this land and its people.
Oh, honestly, good leadership, though. Oof.
Albeit brief, my involvement in the Dragonsong War afforded me a glimpse of the myriad sorrows which consumed both dragon and man. Though you were half a world away, such tragedies as befell your kin must have affected you deeply. And yet, you chose to live among men.
In the age when that conflict first bloomed, my choice had already been made. In some distant place, man slew dragon, and dragon slaughtered man. Yet no hate could I muster for those smiling faces which did look to me for guidance. Not even my brother's righteous rage could rally me to his cause. I huddled here, secret and still, hoping against hope that which I had built would remain untouched by the chaos and carnage.
Valid.
'Twould seem we share the same desire for peace, great Vritra. To that end, I wonder if we might trouble you with another question. The Telophoroi are intent on recreating the final days, an apocalyptic event which we know to predate the sundering of the star. As the longest lived among us, know you aught of this terrible cataclysm?
Nay. When war and strife drove my sire from his home, he crossed the great expanse with only our unhatched eggs as company.
I want to know more about the world they came from.
Its source, its 13 reflections long since scattered beyond the rift. Of events preceding his arrival, he knoweth naught, save that which Hydralin hath deigned to disclose.
There.
I see. So again, 'tis the inscrutable Hydaelyn to whom you must look for answers.
Better and for worse.
Seek you to divine the will of this star? If so, I have a tale which may afford you some small comfort.
Oh?
'Tis a story from my youth, many, many years ago. To my sire, I once posed the question, of all the stars in the sky, why didst thou settle upon this one?
Okay. What?
To which Midgardsormr did reply, 'twas the last bastion of hope. He believed so long as Hydaelyn endured, so too might dragonkind. Solemn and portentous were his words. What deeper meaning they held, I could not, dared not pursue. 'Tis a stone I've left unturned ever since. Yet take you solace in the knowledge that whatsoever Hydralyn does strive towards, 'tis an ideal which hath earned my sire's conviction.
Thank you, Vritra. You've given us warm reassurance in a world gripped by cold uncertainty.
While I'm sure we all have a great many questions, I think it's time we collect the talismans and be on our way. Our fight against the Telophoroi is far from finished.
Unfortunately,
We
yes.
must take our leave, but please do inform us if we can provide any further assistance.
What a cutie.
Prithee, a moment.
What's up?
There is one whom my sire hath judged worthy of honor and respect. The one known to men as Eorzea's champion. This hero of renown and rumor. 'Tis thee.
It's true. Midgard Sormer and I have crossed paths, yes. He may be hanging out in my shadow right now, in fact.
I knew it to be so. From man and dragon alike have I learned of thine exploits. 'Twas a revelation most pleasing that thou, a child of man, had gained Midgard Sommer's trust. But alongside mine elation runneth a rivulet of dread. For upon thy life's reel wind too many threads of fate, power, wheel enmeshed with woe.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot.
Amidst this tangled knot thou shalt know no rest. 'Tis an endless confluence of forces, a struggle without surcease.
Yeah.
More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence.
Honestly, that's my biggest worry. Yep. Yep.
Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation.
Thank
The
you.
hope thou wilt need come the end.
Thank you.
Even cowering behind my curtain, I know the suffering of the powerful. I have watched my siblings driven mad by loss. Thus do I exhort thee to spare no effort to keep thy loved ones safe.
You don't have to ask me twice. Yep, I'll be there soon, kiddos.
Apologies. We hadn't meant to interrupt.
It's just that we do have a history of suddenly collapsing, and when you didn't follow us out...
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
'Tis I who must apologize. I have to change your champion overlong with idle chatter. Go. At war's end, I pray I welcome thee back into my hall, where together with thy joyful comrades, you may toast your triumph.
Yep, I appreciate that. We'll see each other again. May we toast then. So what were you and Virtra talking about? Ritra. Blah, 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 blah. Words are difficult sometimes. Nothing? Very well, if you say so. The others have gone ahead to the High Crucible. Let's catch up to them. The attendant was kind enough to give me directions to the High Crucible. First, let's return to the mulberry orchard. Oop, there we go. Here we're supposed to follow the path left and past the mulberries. Right. But I do need to go right to try and pick up the airship landing aetherite. I might not be able to pick it up right now. I might have to collect everything else first, but still. But also, here's a fun fact for you. My eyes are actually naturally mulberry. The gold was only a thing that happens when I'm full on magic. But it's been that way for a while because, well, let's just say that I regained my magic through good relations and energy sharing with others. Primarily, that's, B is helpful for that, but honestly, we figured out over the last few years that even without that sort of thing happening, just being in a good familial situation just gets me magic. So, it's nice. It's nice to be loved, How do I get up there? Oh, nope, okay, I'll be back for it later. Yeah, having a good family, having people you care about and all that. It's good. Oh. Think I already got this one? Yep, okay. Where the street turns, enter the door straight ahead and descend the steps. I thought the Crystarium was confusing, but it doesn't compare to Radzat Han. The architecture and decorations make it even harder to get your bearings. Anyway, let's see where this door takes us. I mean, fair enough. May as well explore a little bit. I could come back here. Oh, Aetherite has been temporarily disabled. Okay, duly noted. In the meantime, I am going to go and get at least those other 3. And we'll look around. Absolutely gorgeous place. Looks like I need to take another break soon. So we'll get this, and then we'll go ahead and go for our next break, shall we? Okay. Alright, so I'm going to stand up and walk around. I have to do a commercial every once in a while just to, keep emotes and pay the bills and all that sort of fun stuff. So, I encourage everybody, you don't have to watch the commercial if you don't want to. Stand up, walk around, do all that good stuff, get yourself a little exercise maybe, but refresh your drinks, refresh your food, come back here in about 5 minutes, and we will continue exploring Radzat Han. Alright? Oh, and again, I sure hope that audio's working. Maybe I'll check that phone real quick. be away for a couple more seconds to answer a question for somebody, but we are back. It's already after 3 p.m., which feels wrong, but at the same time, we started super duper late today, so we'll probably only get to finish up this next thing. As gorgeous as this place is, it's weirdly disconnected. Oh my goodness. So I have to wonder if I'm just in effectively a solo instance right now. Screenshot? Oh well. I really need to look up how that's supposed to work again. But anyway. Oh, cart. Sorry. I'm wondering if I'm either in a solo instance right now, or if they're, like, people have just moved on from this area, even in this newer server. Oh, nighttime stars. Oh, that's right. This is where the dancers are originally from. Oh, okay, well, definitely not in a solo instance, I guess. Just aren't here yet. That's the other option. We're in a very new server, so people just might not be at this part of the story yet. Ooh. I love that even the functional parts of this have an artistic quality to them. Whoop. Excuse me. Can't go that way. There we go. And we head back up, hopefully unlocking this aetheryte as part of the story thing that we're about to do. And here's the Aetheryte Plaza. So far, so good, and there isn't much further to go. Oh, we were heading there anyway. From here, we just need to cross to the other side of the hall, then pass through the larger of two doorways. The High Crucible lies beyond. I suspect the others have already collected the warding scales. Come, let's join them. Yep, okay. Oh, whoops. It happens, though. Ah. And yep, there's Urianger and Thancred. Go back in here and actually have a look at this thing. Oh, hang on. Maybe not. We're last, of course, but at least we found the place.
These are the talismans we were promised.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I made a quick count. There are far more than we could have hoped for. Enough to outfit an entire company of soldiers, in fact. Considering the involved process, that they were able to manufacture so many in such a short span of time is nothing short of a miracle.
Once we have distributed them to our allies in Eorzea and the Far East, we'll have a fighting chance to bring down the other spires, just as we did with the Tower of Zot.
So hopefully with fewer casualties.
Or we could use them to invade Garlemald proper, and strike directly at the Telophoroid's base of operations.
That is another option.
Of course, we would need to consult with various alliance leaders before such a drastic measure could even be contemplated. To which end, I could set out forthwith and present the idea to each of our allies in person.
Okay.
Pray allow me to undertake some few of those journeys. I find myself restless and in need of purposeful duties.
Fair enough, Urianger.
I can head eastward. Bosnia and Dalmasca are just a short hop from here. And Doma's shinobi network should come in handy for passing on the word.
Very true.
We shall share the burden then. Meanwhile, I think it best that you and the others take the talismans back to the Baldessian Annex. We must keep them safe and secure until we've decided upon a course of action.
Is the Baldessian Annex the safest place for them, given the political situation there right now?
I must speak with you.
What's up?
Nidana, you're awake.
Yes. When I spoke with the carer at my bedside, she told me that one of the scions, a young woman, had cleansed me of the tower's corruption. It seems I'd been asleep ever since the treatment. But when I awoke and learned you were all still here, I knew I had to come. As you said, Nidana was captured only recently. Such a brief exposure is swiftly cured, so I tended to her before we gathered at Megaduta.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I am truly grateful that you did. I cannot thank you enough. All of you, for everything you've done. Destroying the tower, rescuing our people. You saved Thavnair from an awful fate.
That's what we do. Glad to help.
Yet who has truly saved whom? Due in no small part to thine inspirational courage, the alchemists were successful in reproducing warding scales of proven efficacy.
That's very true.
Replications of thy work now stand ready to travel across the seas, unto the hands of those who might wield them against this rising evil.
The talisman? Is this true?
Yep.
Oh, I was so groggy from sleep. I didn't even think to ask. Oh, our great work sent across the seas. good. Oh, it was all worth it.
Certainly was.
Look at that. Its color is completely changed.
What do you have there?
A flower that's tied up into the emotional matrix
How
of the world.
unusual. I wonder if the effect is a reaction to Akasha.
Hmm?
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that term.
As in the
Akasha?
Akashic record?
It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
You imply that it is distinct from ether?
As foreign scholars often conflate the two, but we see them as separate concepts.
Interesting.
Ether is an energy which permeates the land. It exists within animals, objects, even the air we breathe, affecting all through which it flows. Akasha, on the other hand, exists in a domain beyond our reach. A gift bestowed from on high, or torn from the heavens in some traditions. Akasha can neither be created nor destroyed. It is beyond our power to purposefully alter or manipulate. The only thing observed to influence it is an abundance of, I want to say, spiritual emotion. As a veteran of the battlefield, surely you've experienced moments of desperation or exaltation when you've transcended the usual limits of your capabilities.
True.
That is a manifestation of Akasha, the invisible essence harnessed by heart, mind, and unyielding spirit.
Interesting.
I really must hear more about this theory. Our disciplines are based entirely upon the idea that ether is the fundamental form of all energy.
I'm glad my haphazard explanation has piqued your interest. But even for us, Akasha is a somewhat abstract field of study. A lack of practical application lends itself poorly to formalized research.
That's fair.
Which is why my analysis of your flower can amount to little more than idle speculation. I am sorry.
No, you're fine.
Nonsense. You have nothing to be sorry for. Your insight is much appreciated.
Shall we depart for Charlian then? I will see to it that the talismans arrive at the Annex.
And we will be in touch once our talks are concluded. I suggest you rest while you can. From here onward, sleep is bound to be in short supply.
Ain't that the truth? So if I had to do a real-world physics comparison, it may be that, like, think about wavelengths of light and how, you know, visible light is one thing, but then you've also got beyond that ultraviolet, X-rays, gamma rays, all that sort of fun stuff. So it might just be that Akasha is on a different part of the wavelength? Question mark? Like, most of the physical stuff is more along the lines of the what you call it, the visible spectrum, and then ether is, okay, so we're still temporarily disabled there. That's unfortunate. How am I supposed to get back? other than getting yeeted. Hello, Circuit! Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing today, dearie? It's good to be back and with the fruit of our labors safely in storage. For now, we have but to wait for the others to return from their respective meetings with Alliance leaders. As Thancred suggested, you should get some rest in the meantime. Welcome back, Lynn. Kryle has appraised me of your recent accomplishments. What an amazing feat to eliminate a tower. And pave the way for, to deal with the rest. Doing well, working on some Zungeon stuff. Ooh, fun, fun, fun. Well, it isn't much. I changed your sheets and plumped up your pillow. After all, there's nothing like collapsing in a nice clean bed after completing a major milestone. Be it penning a thesis or defeating deiform entities. So, would you like to take a look at your new and improved lodgings now? Yeah, sure. Ooh, we got some Archon loaf. That'll keep well. It's like dwarf bread. I am still tickled over the fact that our most recent tabletop project got to drop an announcement in Rascal News. Like, that, yes, I still wrote it, but, you know, it's still just delightful that we actually got to post it, you know what I mean? I'm hoping that that means that we'll get some interest.
Take heart and protect them well.
Just realized I was really messing up my tracking there.
Good, you're
I was
here.
leaning in too far.
Haven't eaten yet, have you? We've bought quite a spread if you're interested. Only the
Ah,
finest
feast
dining
time.
From the last stand.
That boy has needed a burger for a while. Ugh, pickles. There you go. Sloppy style
Lest
burger.
you wonder, we invited Estinian as well. But he refused with a rather grim-faced, "No, thank you." I suspect Charlian cuisine is not to his liking.
That's fair. You did say it was a bit bland.
Oh, I don't know about that. Perhaps our lone wolf just needed some time apart.
Also fair.
What? To perfect his brooding stare?
I mean, just whoa.
Next time, I'll drag him out by the ear, sit him down in front of a Charlian feast, and see that he eats every last bite.
Well, will you now?
An excellent idea.
The
Of
expression
all
on
people,
gratia.
warriors must take proper meals and rest if they are to maintain a healthy constitution.
Poor Estinian, beset on all sides.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of one's physical condition, Mistress Kryle, I hear you recently played literal host to Heidelin herself.
And what an experience that was. Tiring, yes, but no
Ooh,
lasting
they got the little,
harm done.
like, cookies that have the 4 square thing going on. Those are delicious.
If anything, I should have liked to speak with her longer. I've not felt a hint of her presence since. Heidelin instructed you to carry that flower, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Twill be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. And then something about seeking joy in darkness, was it? Come to think of it, isn't that what happened with Nidana back in Rad's at Han?
Mm-hmm. Though I'm sure there'll be more to it than that.
The flower did seem to radiate a joyful glow.
They have mochi donuts.
As if reflecting the elation we all felt. The relief of a people with renewed hope.
Pizza.
Indeed.
Oh my goodness.
And in turn,
So
I
much good
felt
looking
buoyed
food.
by that radiance. 'Twas akin to spotting a beacon and knowing we were on the right path. I know we've not yet triumphed over the Telophoroi, or learned the full breadth of the Forum's plans. But even within the midst of our struggles, we find small moments of joy to sustain us. Rare and hard-won perhaps, but it is this pursuit of happiness that gives us the strength to carry on day after day.
Blank stares. Yoink.
Hey, that's mine.
To the swiftest spoils. Though I recall that levitation spell of yours was quick enough.
Oh.
Only barely. And even at my best, I'm still too slow to wield it effectively in battle.
That's fair.
Mayhap I simply require more practice with this new magic.
You unearthed it from the depths of Numenon, I presume.
Aye, and from a veritable mountain of arcane tomes at that. 'Twas necessary to facilitate my solitary explorations.
Fair.
Or, to put it simply, you used it to sneak around the Forbidden Archives.
Yes, well, after a fashion.
She's offering the cookie, buddy. You not want the other half?
They're torn, you see. The
Oh,
shelves, they're too
buddy!
tall for me.
Oh, buddy.
I
That's a
hardly
big
use
old
the
mood,
largest
though.
Platforms without attracting attention now, could I?
Oh!
That's a big old mood. Oh, that one random pickle. Absolutely gorgeous. Shall we call it a night? I
One
am
last cup of
exhausted.
tea, then. Dickon said this brew helps relax the mind before bed. And gave us some leaves for free.
Ooh. What did we hear outside? Ooh, a new color. So we've seen gray, we've seen yellow and gold, we've seen green. So we just need to complete the rainbow, maybe? Meanwhile, in Garlemald, with an obnoxiously large saber, or not saber, scythe.
Ah! Enjoying the bracing cold, I see. Do you not own a warm coat or a cloak? Something in fur? Or fashioned from the skins of your enemies? Or... well, never mind
Okay,
that.
so, Xenos.
I come to you once more as the bearer of bad news. Our tower in Thavnir has been toppled.
My opinion on
And I
Xenos is a
need
little
not
complicated.
tell you
I'm not a
why.
simp for Xenos, unlike a lot of fans.
Given how many we have at our disposal,
He is incredibly
the loss
well
of a
written,
single spire
but
is
he is a
hardly fatal
monster.
to our plans. It does, however, slow the
I'm
rate
not going
at
to say
which
that he's
the
mad,
cycle
however, because
If they continue to
like,
preoccupy
he knows what
themselves
he's
with the
after. He
towers,
knows what
then
kind of
all
destruction
will
it'll
be
get
well.
him.
But should our foe
Oof.
prove bold enough to strike at us here, then the timing becomes
Now, if I were armchair diagnosing, like, there's a certain amount of, I don't remember if it's psychopathy or sociopathy.
Our foe is bold enough.
I'm going to say it's psychopathy because,
Assure you.
like, even with as messed up as his upbringing was, there is no way that his father would have wanted him to be like
very
this.
Well then, I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome. Honestly, talk of your nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy.
Well, yeah, we're his
Does
only
nothing
friend.
else spark your interest?
Like, and that's the thing. I do not question the fact that he thinks we are his friend. Like, he considers us his one friend.
Equal. Equally tedious.
That's not a good thing. Not for us.
The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke. But then came the light, blinding and pure and hot, so very hot, enough to set my soul aflame. I basked in the afterglow until the void yawned once more, and then I knew the muck would never claim me again.
From a storytelling standpoint, I like that.
Ahead, so I drew the curtain on all that had come before.
I could definitely see him as essentially the bad end version of the main character.
Burn. Let the whole star burn. I will have my contest. I will reclaim my moment.
And then Fan Daniel's just a prick.
How wonderful that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuit once more.
I have known plenty of people like Fan Daniel.
I don't
They're
know
always
whether
pricks.
to envy you or pity you.
You question my disinterest, but what of yours? Despite your noisome antics, I sense you take little pleasure in this endeavor.
Oh yeah, he's trying to do suicide by
Mercy,
cop,
my lord.
effectively.
Such pointed barbs from one who barely acknowledges my existence. Nevertheless, you are mistaken. For I do find this part somewhat enjoyable. You see, when I was mortal, I would always have the same dream. It was a fragmented thing, disjointed, all the faces incomplete. The setting, too, was unknown to me, so I thought it simply a fantasy of my sleeping mind. Until one day, I realized it was showing me the truth. Much as your dream of the final days enlightened you. And soon, very soon, the rest of the world will see the truth of my dream, too.
Oh?
Yes. I think that is something we can both enjoy.
Hmm. Okay, so yeah, I really like the idea of Xenos as a player mirror. It's that idea... Oh, actually, have you read the Discworld series? Because if you've read the Discworld series, then this next bit of statement is going to make a lot more sense. The idea of the fact that everyone carries a bit of animal darkness within themselves, and it's the people who understand that that's not the way that they should be, and who can control their own darkness, that become the heroes. You know, just to paraphrase Pratchett again there, you know, evil is when you start to treat people like things, and Xenos definitely treats other people like things. Whereas our main character story is all about getting involved, making people's lives better, treating everyone with respect, or at least as much respect as we can. And I think that's beautiful. And so, yeah, seeing Xenos as the mirror of that, the person who embraces that darkness, that bestial nature from the inside, versus us sort of epitomizing the best that people can be whenever we possibly can, is a really important lesson in kind of the dichotomy of being a person. Okay, let's get this next main story quest started, and then I will find a place to send everybody off to, because otherwise I'm going to have to do a whole nother commercial break, and then I'll only have a few minutes left anyway, so whatever. Oh, there you are. Feeling refreshed, I hope? I was about to make my way to the studium, as it happens. I wanted to try and speak with Scholark Monteshane and thank him for coming to our rescue in Rostra. As it turns out, he'd come here to see us following the hearing, only to find that we'd already departed for Thavnair. Knowing him, he was probably hoping to chew the cud with his former students. Since we're still waiting for Y'shtola and the others, I thought now the perfect time to pay him a visit. Care to join me? Sure thing. And it's settled. The twins will be coming too, assuming Alphino can tear himself away from his new toys. I'll let you rally the troops when I'll go on ahead of the phenomenon. Considering my recent impropriety, perhaps I should avoid showing my face around the studium for a time. That might be for the best. If the others should return, tell them we will not be long. Ooh, yes, you should read more of the Discworld books. Are you at least familiar with, like, the different sub-stories? So you've got the Rincewind themed stuff, you've got the Guards themed stuff, you've got the Witches, and then you've got Moist von Lipfig, which is, to be fair, only about 3 of the novels, plus the various, you know, unassociated novels. Probably my 2 favorite in the entire series are Monstrous Regiment and Feet of Clay. One of which is, well, one of the unassociated things takes place in kind of Borgravia, and I forget the name of their neighboring nation, but a lot of strong trans messaging, a lot of strong LGBTQ messaging, all that sort of fun stuff in that book. And then Feet of Clay is all about a person's indelible rights as a person. And again, the fact that, like, one of the clearest messages of Pratchett's writing is that evil is when you start to treat people like things, and how that screws people up and makes them bad. And people who do that sort of thing are leaning into that evil bestial nature. The Truth is also a good one. That one's just good, because that's a good analysis of class as well as communication and all that sort of fun stuff. Because it gets into the fact that, like, it's easier to be heroic and truthful and to do what's right when you don't have financial insecurity holding you back. And yet that, at the same time, that also makes it more and more tempting to just let things be as they are, because you had to get rich off of somebody else's suffering in the first place, so why would you want to change that? But anyway, I digress. I could talk about Discworld forever and a day. And there's gonna, like, it's not gonna happen until at least August, I don't think, but I'm hoping to start doing a new segment, just as a thing. But I won't talk about that yet, but I'm gonna try and do some educational stuff as well. You were reading them in publication order, and you think you stopped somewhere in the middle of sorcery. Fair enough. Honestly, hang on, I'm gonna go back to our just chatting screen for this, because, yeah, we're basically done for the day anyway, so. Let's go ahead and bring that over here so I can actually see what you're talking about in front of me. So, yeah, a lot of people will tell you, okay, find your favorite story and plotline and read those books primarily, but honestly, I like publication order more than anything else because essentially the books, like the timeline of the Discworld, moves in publication order. And so I think doing it that way gives a lot of really great context for things that are happening all around you. But I do know that sorcery and some of the Rincewind books otherwise can be a little bit difficult to get through if you don't have a background in like older fantasy novels and things like that. Conan the Barbarian is a big one. The Dying Earth series, especially those first two books, were very, very, very based in the Dying Earth series. Interesting Times is, I think, a very good novel, but it's one of those that you have to read while thinking about the fact that Pratchett is always, especially in the Rincewind books, making fun of other authors in the way that they use stereotypes. And so, like, Interesting Times takes place in kind of a pastiche of Asian cultural tropes. And while those tropes are being used, he is also analyzing them and making fun of other people who uncritically use them. Even to the point where the villain who tries to play into those tropes ends up losing partly because the continent that he lives on, the counterweight continent, doesn't actually follow those stereotypes. And it's very, very, very interesting because, again, Pratchett plays with stereotypes and learns to be a better person learned to be a better person through his own writing. And so, yeah, it's very, very fun stuff. But yeah. Like I said, I'm planning on starting a bit more of an educational thing come August, if things pan out correctly. And so, I don't know, I may start doing some script analysis stuff and other story analysis stuff on stream, but this plan is just coming together barely already. So, I'll talk more about that in various places and on streams and all that sort of stuff as we get closer to that. But in the meantime, I want to say thank you very much for being here with me today. Don't mind me, you're here for book analysis, watching skirt swishing. Hey, fair enough. We were just talking about the Discworld books, and the fact that I'm actually going to be doing, in I shouldn't say a couple months, in like, oh goodness gracious, is August, so we're in March now, April, May, June, July, August, so almost half a year at this point. Later on this year, essentially, I'm planning to start doing script analysis and stuff like that as part of some streams, because the state of education in the United States especially is about to hit the fucking bottom, and I need to do something, but that's, as I figure out those plans, I'll talk about them a little bit more on future streams. For now, I wanted to say thank you very much for being here, like I was trying to say before, but thank you very much for being here, Hip People Guy, and Circuit. I hope you have enjoyed today's Final Fantasy XIV stream. I will be back tomorrow, Saturday on March 22nd, with more adventures in the wonderful wuxia world of Wandering Sword. Until then, for more information about future streams, keep an eye on our Blue Sky at Come and Go Tavern for announcements and daily check-ins from the Come and Go. I have been your hostess, Sheela Ornthalis, and if you need to prop up your feet for a little while longer, we've got some more entertainment coming up soon via a raid. So let's take a look at who I can send you all off to. Who is online right now that we can go bother? Oh, it looks like Cap may have just started streaming. Let's see what they're up to. Okay, he's been streaming for about 40 minutes, so we're gonna go visit them. Alright, folks, I will see you tomorrow, hopefully. Ta-ta for now. Bye. Bye. Mwah. Bye. Bye.